Hello and welcome. I'm your host Elizibar. This is a review of Black Ops Volume 4 or Black Ops and Common America. I don't actually know how to read the X in titles like this. Like, is it Black Ops X Common America? Black Ops crossed with Common America? Black Ops and Common America? I don't know, but it's something. A great cover. It looks really dynamic. The orange on the cover in particular, for the fire, looks like it just wants to come off of the page. Now, I do got the digitals. We're going to flip over to that here, and we're going to get to work. So here's the cover. Looks good. You know, the first, Common America book had that weird glossy hollow thing going on the cover that kind of obscured the art. Not the case in the hardback. The hardback actually just kind of accentuates that little bit of gloss and the right palette choice, and it looks great. This looks great too, but it looks a little better in the physical. Little pinup material here. We're going to There we go. I don't know why it takes a second to render these pages. Like, come on, dude. I've got like tens of gigs of memory. You're telling me that you can't draw, like, you can't store like 100 megabytes of PDF? I don't know. Come on. There we go. Boom! Look at that. Patriotter in the back, descending. Looking cool. So let's get a recap. Like, that's kind of what this is who are the characters that we need to know about? Got it? Got Penelope, her rabbit, Sawyer. Of course, Sawyer has a dog. There's also Patriotter, Rigger Tortoise. Well, the dog's not on here, is he? Oh well. And just in case you didn't know who Common America was, get a little briefing about that too. We learn about Chimeratons, some of the bad guys. Like, we get a lot of juicy info right here, and it's not presented in an obnoxious way. The little splashes of art really kind of help make it pop, make it look like it's something that deserves to be in the book. Marvel did that thing where they've been taking their inside front cover and doing like a recap in some of their books, and it's not nearly as dynamic as this. This is a much better design. Okay, I'm looking here to see where my next page is. We just go to page 5. Ah, yeah. Welcome to the past, where a Japanese scientist is experimenting on a bunny. He's being told to. Somebody whacks him with a clipboard. Makes him unhappy. And this is all, of course, USA GI's little dream. Look at him right here. Let me zoom in on that. Zoom. Enhance. Zoom. Enhance. There we go. There's the enhance. Look at him. Look at him being super cute. I forget how many clicks we did, but we're going to click out again. Twice? 3 times. 3 times. So meanwhile, Area 51, Carly's doing some stuff. The crew from the Black Ops comics are showing up, and they are getting ready for the next mission. There have been developments, okay? Now keep in mind, this is in the wake of Vermilion Masquerade's attack on Area 51. So we got some serious stakes going on here. Now, back to the villains. At Cryptix HQ, we got Hair Trigger coming in. You want to see me, Apex Moth? And then, boom! She sees his face. We don't get to. As any proper villain with a disfigured face does, he's kept in shadow, so we don't get that reveal. She can't stand looking at it. Let us check in with our latest recruit, shall we? Yeah, she definitely did not enjoy that experience. But whatever it is, it must be pretty gnarly. And look, it's their latest recruit, Vermilion Masquerade. You can't rush art. She is twisting her powers. She is learning how to manipulate rock instead of mud. Intriguing, huh? How crazy are things going to be when she's got rock monsters instead of mud monsters? But how crazy are things right here when she gets her stump arm placed with the hand of a saint, which immediately grows in and turns into a normal hand that looks like it belongs to her. Ain't that wild? Now, I did tell you there was like a lot of crazy Metal Gear Solid stuff going on here, right? Isn't there a villain who gets his lost hand replaced with somebody else's hand? Yeah, there totally is. Let's see. I want to kind of speed up here. I'm trying to hit the high points and show you some cool stuff. But the problem is I want to show you a lot of stuff. So here's the villain scheme. She's got this hand which lets her communicate and locate or communicate with and locate giant monsters. Or I guess just monsters in general. Apex Moth wants to wake up a giant monster. Vermilion Masquerade has been scaring people away with little rock monsters so that they can get to the giant monster undisturbed. But of course, our heroes are not going to let them do that undisturbed. They show up, they have an area of operations, and they are going to do the thing. So he's going to team up with his dog. She's going to team up with Penelope, I think? No, the bunny. Anyway, doesn't matter. Our heroes are like teaming up. They're going to split off. They're going to do stuff. Now, as they go through this, there's a lot of miscommunication, cross communication, because Carly's a superheroine. She's used to doing stuff in a really flashy manner, like you can see over here. And you can see just how horrified Penelope is when she sees that. Because she is here to do like sneaky sneaks. She's here to be Super Sneak Man! And not like big, flashy, and showy. So they get on each other's nerves. They have a little bit of a clash with each other, in addition to, as you can see, the clash with the monsters. And he's got like cool gadgetry and stuff. So he's like shooting in one direction, the bullet flies around and gets the monster in the other direction. Like fun stuff. A lot of strife. We're getting introduced to enemies that are new. They're mixing it up. They're not just mud monsters anymore. We got these cool little goblin things down here that Patrioter's got to deal with. They've got like a goblin queen villain that's in charge of them. I don't think we see her in this one, but she shows up in later books. Yeah, there's lots of fun stuff. We're always being introduced in these books to something new. We're never stagnating. We're always iterating things forward like another notch and another notch and another notch to keep mixing up that formula so it doesn't get stale. This book is very far from stale. Sadly, the 2-page spread of the Thunderbird coming up out of the ground here, I wanted to show you this because it's pretty spectacular in the book. But you can kind of see that, right? Like, you see like how cool that looks. Let me see if I can get the book to that page. Crack that puppy open. Now, one advantage the staple bound books have over perfect bound books is stay flat. It makes the scene should pop even more than it does. But having said that, it looks pretty darn cool in here. It really works. Like the scale, the dynamicism. Speaking of dynamicism, holy moly, look at this cover. We've got a crazy camera angle. We have foreshortening on the leg. Everybody is in motion. Everything is in motion. Even the buildings kind of feel like they're moving, like the camera's in the middle of a dramatic pan or something at the end of a title sequence. Really great stuff. Really heartfelt. Our heroes have to deal with a giant monster that's not made of mud. It's a living, breathing creature. It's ancient, and it is angry, and they have to deal with it. And you see Misha joined us. So how are our heroes, with their very diverse power sets, going to deal with this thing? If you want to find out, you got to read the book. And how does this tie into what Vermilion Masquerade is up to? How does it tie in with, what is Apex Moth up to? I guess is kind of what it comes down to. What is Apex Moth up to? And how are everybody's relationships with each other going to play into how things get resolved? Because it all fits together, man. It's like a big cable knit sweater that somebody keeps... No, wait. We're going to abandon the Pee Wee Herman reference, and we're just going to call it a video. So, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourselves. You have a great day, and bye-bye.